Guys, backyard farmer Pat here. It's an absolutely glorious day, absolutely beautiful day here at Backyard Farms, and I wanted to just walk through and give you an update on um, some of my plants. You guys remember over the past month I've been working on getting the plants healthy, so I've been doing a lot of cutting back, a lot of drastic chops. I've been doing some pest control. So guys, I want to walk through and I want to show you so many of my plants that are now blossoming, because this year I'm 100% focused on getting the soil healthy, getting my plants healthy. As good as some of the plants I've done, there are others that I could have done a lot better if I was able to really focus on them. So now that I'm retired from corporate America, but not retired from work, because I have a lot of other stuff going on. Now that I'm retired from corporate America, I have more time to walk through the gardens in the morning, really focus on the plants, you know, bring some plants back to life that were basically almost dead. So guys, I'm very pleased to show you my 1 month update. So it's March 2024. I'm going to walk you through the garden and show you what's blossoming for the first time, what blossoms have held, what blossoms fell, and also show you all the results of the work I've done over the past month. Let's get started, guys. It's because I did a full garden tour the beginning of February. I'm not going to do a full garden tour. I'm only going to show you changes. So guys, the first thing I want to show you is my peach tree. Last month I showed you that it was blossoming. Peaches were beginning to form. Peaches had formed like a few months before, but they all fell off. But guys, look at this. All these peaches are holding. This tree was planted last summer, so it's been in the ground about a year. No, less than a year, because we're just in March. But guys, I just wanted to show you my peaches are covered. I didn't know this was possible in Florida. This is a Tropic Beauty peach that was developed by the University of Florida, and it requires the least chill hours. So as you guys know, we had an extended winter this year, so my peaches literally have dozens of peaches on it, so I'm really excited. Next, this is my Florida Prince peach, also developed by the University of Florida. Not so many blooms. I had a few blooms, but none of them held. So, but however, there's a lot of budding going along the stems, so I may still get peaches, I don't know, but at least I'm very happy that my Tropic Beauty is loaded, so I'll definitely have lots of peaches. Here is my pomegranate tree. Last month when I showed you, the whole tree looked like this. Now the pomegranate leaves are coming back, so just for you guys that have pomegranates, don't worry about it. If it looks dried up, pomegranates will come. All right, so let's move on to, let me show you my Super Julie tree. So guys, I did not expect this. This tree is maybe 2.5 feet tall at the most. This is my Super Julie tree, also planted last summer. So it's been in the ground less than a year. But guys, look, it has pinnacles all over. And I'm super happy about this because my Kerry mango had pinnacles really early. And my Kerry mango was basically loaded. But I lost every single pinnacle. Every single pinnacle dried up, partially because of the cold, but also the stems have fungus on it. So I've been watching these pinnacles, and so far I have like 3 or 4 pinnacles on here, so I'm super happy about that. And then guys, I want to show you my everbearing mulberry. We have been getting mulberries off the tree. They take a long time to ripen, but these mulberries are absolutely worth it. Look at the size of these. This is the smallest one I've had so far. They're almost the size of my finger, of my pinky finger. Guys, these are absolutely sweet. This is the, no, actually, this is the Pakistani mulberry. I'm sorry. This is the Pakistani mulberry. So what I'm going to do, you can see there are several buds coming out here. Some of the buds I'm assuming will become leaves. Some will become flowers. You can see that one became a leaf, but there's several buds coming out here, so I'm looking forward to a lot more fruit. But this is the last one I'm harvesting right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut, you can see the branch is very tall and it's just going straight up. I'm gonna cut it back to maybe right here, so that way it will branch out and get fuller. And also with the Pakistani mulberries, you can just stick the pieces in soil and they will root and spring. So I'm gonna get probably 3 or 4 additional probably about 3 plants just from cutting this one. So I'll have some Pakistani mulberry on my store soon. You can see, guys, how massive these leaves are. This is a Pakistani mulberry. It's gonna grow into a big tree. I'm gonna show you my ever-bearing mulberry in the back, which has much smaller mulberries, but that tree is loaded, and you'll see the leaves are very different. So sweet, guys, so sweet. Guys, remember last month for my birthday, my friend Diane brought over blueberry bushes that were blossoming. So guys, they are loaded with blueberries. I ate my first blueberry last week and it was super sweet. The rest are still green. You see they're just beginning to blush now. So I'm gonna have loads of blueberries. Right beside it is my June plum tree. Remember, guys, last month I cut all the leaves off my June plum. You can see it's beginning to spring. So guys, for trees can only do one thing at a time. So first they establish their roots, then they spring leaves, then they blossom. So now that it's springing leaves, I'm gonna expect by maybe next month or the month after it's fully established its leaves, it's gonna start blossoming. Guys, this is my East Indian mango, guys. So I also, as you can see, had a load of blossoms here. The East Indian mango got powdery mildew, mango powdery mildew. Yesterday I sprayed it with some hydrogen peroxide and water. So I'm hoping that works for it. I heard that wettable sulfur is what you should really use on powdery mildew. From what I understand, once it gets powdery mildew, it will not hold any fruit. Even if the fruits form, it won't hold. I do see some fruits holding. I do see some tiny fruits on some parts. I'm hoping that they're wrong. But then I do see some new pinnacles coming. So I sprayed the new pinnacles with hydrogen peroxide and water just to try and keep the mildew off. So I'm really hoping that works because I love East Indian mango is my favorite. I know I said Kerry is, but East Indian is my all-time favorite. It doesn't grow a lot in Florida, so I'm really hoping I get some East Indians here, but since the tree is loaded. Then guys, my red coat plum is absolutely loaded with blossoms. Look at that, guys. Let me show you another branch. My red coat plum has blossoms all over the different branches. Last year, only 5 plums. I only got 5 plums. Well, actually 5 plums developed, but something kept eating the plums. So I'm really hoping that this year, I'll get more plums. I always saw lizards beside the blossom. So I don't know if the lizards have something to do with it or if the lizards are eating the aphids that are eating the blossoms. Not sure. I just had to treat the tree a couple of days ago for aphids. The tree was infested with aphids. I just washed it off with water and I'm just going to be watching it every day. See? Look at that one. See those lizards? So I'm not sure if they're eating the blossoms or they're eating the aphids. Could be. All right, so my little yellow coat plum tree is blossoming. That's the one that I chopped back. You can see it's blossoming, but guys, look at this yellow coat plum, guys. Every inch is covered with blossoms. So I'm gonna get a bumper crop of yellow coat plums or hog plums, yellow hog plums. Look at that, guys. Wow, look at that. All my guava trees in the garden, the leaves had looked really ratty. They were covered with aphids and mealy bugs. So I washed it down several times with neem oil. I did a video on how I mix my neem oil and I did it. And I also have been, supplementing my trees or building my trees up by using liquid seaweed with aspirin to build up the immunity. And guys, look at this. For the first time in months, this tree, well, the first time since last year, this tree has only borne once. This is the one in the island, but not only is it pushing new pushing new leaves, it also has some blossoms coming. Let's zoom in there. See, those are actually blossoms. So these are leaves, those are blossoms. So there are leaves coming out all over the tree. So I expect to get a great crop this year. The tree is probably triple the size of what it was last year this time. So I'm expecting more guavas. This is a white Thai guava, so I'm looking forward to tasting that. Okay, so now for a quick update on my sweet sops. My sweet sops, guys. Remember, this is the tree that I took off every single leaf on the tree and I chopped back every branch because sweet stops or sugar apples bear fruit on the new growth. So let me show you. Let me show you guys. It's been, I don't think it's even been a month. Maybe it's been a month. I'm not sure how long. Yeah, it's probably been over a month. But guys, I actually have some blossoms coming. Let me see. Saw some blossoms this morning. Let's see if it's here. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that right there. That's a blossom. You see it? Oops. Let me try right there. That's a blossom, guys. So I actually have more than one branches that have blossoms. Look at that. Look at that, guys. And blossoms. There are 2 blossoms on this one. So guys, another blossom here. Yay. So guys, my sweet stop tree that I chopped back, not only is it bringing back beautiful healthy leaves, it now has blossoms coming. Ooh, even the little baby, oh, that blossom broke off. But even the little baby tree has blossoms pushing. All right, so let's move on. Before I move on from the island, guys, look, my ground orchids are so beautiful. They are blossoming all over. My orchids in the island, look at that, guys. My orchids are blossoming. I have some purple ones over there. I don't come in the island too often, but everything is looking great. And this is the small guava tree that I got fruit from last year. This is also beginning to push blossoms. I've been really treating my plants for the past several weeks. So I'll go through that regimen about how I build up the immunity of the plants because I can see really good product. My sapodillo or naseberries are massive. I still have the 4 holding on. They've been on the tree at least 7 months now. It takes forever to ripen, but guys, look, everywhere on every pinnacle, they're about to push new leaves and new blossoms. You can see the beginning. Those little round dots are the beginning of the blossoms. So you can see every pinnacle on my naseberry trees opening up. I'm gonna have a bumper crop. I'm gonna have a problem with the squirrels, so I may have to put an arch over here and put a mesh and see if that keeps the squirrels out. I don't know, but gotta try. Gotta protect my fruit. And right beside it, guys, look, this is the ever-bearing mulberry. So I showed you the giant leaves of the mulberry in front. Guys, this is what the ever-bearing mulberry looks like. And all these things, guys, are fruit. These are actual fruit. The tree, every square inch is absolutely covered with fruit. Look at this. Look at this, guys. I'm not sure if the light, I know the camera. Ooh, see? Can you guys see? That's all fruit. This is all fruit. My ever-bearing mulberry. With the ever-bearing mulberry, it seems each time I cut it back, it brings more fruit. And here is what the fruit size looks like when it's ripe. This is a ripe one. So you can see this size compared to the other ones. Still super sweet, but it's a totally different size to the Pakistani mulberry, which I showed you first. And guys, here's a disappointment. My Kerry mango, every pinnacle dried up. I've been breaking the pinnacles off. I'm hoping as I break the pinnacles off, it will encourage new growth or new pinnacles. And I can see, like right there, you see that little dot? This may be the beginning of another pinnacle. So I'm hoping it works. Here's another one. See that little dot? So I'm hoping it generates new pinnacles. It's my first time doing that. I broke off all the diseased pinnacles. I left a few on, but all the dried pinnacles, I basically broke them off. But as I mentioned, you see this black? This is actually fungus. So I really need to treat the fungus and hopefully the fungus will be gone before next year. But I do see more pinnacles coming out. And I've also been treating this tree to build up the immunity. So I'm hoping it works. All right, so let's check on the veggies. Oh, before we go on the veggies, I want to show you, this is a seedling I got 2020 COVID. This is supposed to be a Bombay Julie combination. It may be similar to the sweet tart, which I just bought, but I was told by the person who gave me, it has a Bombay Julie flavor. So this is loaded with pinnacles now. I had one pinnacle at first forever. Then now that one pinnacle has been joined by multiple other pinnacles. So I'm praying that, you know, between all these mango trees that are pushing pinnacles, I'm praying that I get a good mango crop this year. All right, so let's check on my veggie garden. I haven't showed you this in a while. So guys, my garden is amazing, amazing, amazing. I've had an abundance of food all winter, all spring. So guys, I have to tell you, I always like to tell you what my favorite thing to grow was. This chimichurri has been amazing. Look at the size of those guys. Oh, and look, I have peppermint here, but guys, look at the size of the chimichurri. So I these are the little tiny seedlings that I transplanted from the bed over here. I've been eating and eating and eating from the bed, and each time I harvest, the ones that are there just spread out. Like once you give them space, they're gonna spread. So I've been harvesting and sharing, and each time I harvest, the space just fills back in. As I said, these were little seedlings. Let me go on the other side. Oh, and you can see my bok choys have all gone to seed. But I like to leave the seeds because, first of all, I'm going to collect the seeds as they dry. But, guys, I get to enjoy these flowers. This one needs to be harvested, though, before it... This is the, can't remember the kind, but it's a bok choy. And here's the chimichurri from this side. Absolutely beautiful as they grow. And so delicious, guys. It's supposed to be a Japanese cabbage in the cabbage family. It tastes just like bok choy. My cousins say it tastes even better than bok choy. So for all my pepper trees that were diseased, my peppers and my tomatoes, I wanted to show you how green they're looking. Peppers are now blossoming. There are blossoms coming up all over. That's my habanero. This one is the only new one I have. That's a Thai chili pepper, also full of blossoms. And guys, my tomato that was so diseased. But actually, I'll show you the tomato when I get on the other side. So guys, did that video recently where I showed you how I cut back how my tomatoes and peppers were covered with leaf spots. So have been removing the bad leaves. I've been spraying it with the seaweed and aspirin, and I wanted to show you how my peppers are doing. Everything is coming back. This one doesn't look so great, but you can see it has blossoms. This is a Scotch bonnet, so I'm super, super happy about this. Scotch bonnet has been extremely scarce to find everywhere. Like even in South Florida, my friends have been telling me they can't find Scotch bonnet. So this Scotch bonnet, this is one of my veteran Scotch bonnets. I think this one might be like 2 years old, whereas this one is probably like 4 years old. The 4-year-old just has a few blossoms coming out. It hasn't really fully leafed out yet. I'm continuing to spray it with the seaweed mixture to try and build it up. It's still a little bit, the leaves still look a little bit yellowish. They're not really fully healthy yet, but I'm continuing to work on it. This is my purple Scotch bonnet, not looking bad. And my tomatoes, guys, I got rid of all the leaf spots. Still holding on to some of this plummy tomatoes. I think I lost one of the tomato plants, but you can see all my tomato plants that were covered with leaf spots still have tomatoes, and now they're looking a lot healthier. Look at that one, completely healthy. Let me show you the big tomato that was really, really bad. So guys, my big tomato, I have been working on this, guys. So I've been cutting back the bad leaves. So like leaves that look like this that have leaf spots, I've been cutting those back. Like for instance, this whole branch has a leaf spot. I've been taking these off and taking them out of the garden. But guys, you remember this entire tree looked like this. It looked like this before. It was covered. So just by going through and continually removing the old leaves and spraying it down with the seaweed to heal it, you can see my tomato vine is now full of tomatoes. Delicious, very sweet tomatoes. This is sweet 1 million. I think that's what it's called, sweet 1 million. But you can see loads of new tomatoes coming in, and we are in March. It's getting hot now, but we still have loads of tomatoes coming in. Look at that, and it's all the way up over my head. This arch is like 7 feet tall, and it's all the way up the arch. So it did work, spraying it with the, I think I used copper fungicide to get rid of the fungus, and seaweed emulsion to build it up. Seaweed mixed with aspirin. Video to come on that soon. And then right beside it, guys, I still have multiple other bok choys that have gone to seed. What is this one here? This is my Chinese broccoli. Yes, there you go. I need to harvest these broccoli heads. This is my Chinese broccoli. Some of them have gone to seed. I need to harvest those broccoli heads. With the Chinese broccoli, they're really delicious. All those leaves, you can stir fry this. You see all that beautiful blue-green color? I need to harvest. Guys, there's so much. I have a interesting problem of having too much food. Move on, guys. Let me show you the update on my yellow coat plums, guys. Can you believe these are the cuttings that I cut from my yellow coat? It wasn't blossoming at the time that I cut it, but guys, look. My yellow coat cuttings actually have blossoms. Every one, even the skinny one, has blossoms. So I'm going to have 4 wonderful yellow coat plum blossoms. I'm going to wait until it starts pushing the leaves. Once you see leaves form, then you know that the roots are established. Even though they're really so close together, I didn't expect all 4 to sprout. Anyway, we have 4 yellow coat plums that I'm going to have. Then here is my red coat plum. I don't see any signs. Oh, look. There is a blossom. That is a blossom right there. Let me try. Oh shoot, that's mold. So guys, look. Let me see if I can zone in right here. That is a blossom. So I have 1 blossom here, and it looks like another blossom coming out. So my red coat plums are coming out. And then guys, look at this. This is my orange coat. I'd never had orange coat. I've never tasted it before, but it's an orange coat plum. And I see several blossoms coming out down here. You can see from the base. Let me blow it up. Look at that. Several blossoms coming out on that stick. I have a blossom coming out here. A blossom coming out here. So I'm going to have orange coat plums. And then these are my sweet sops that are currently covered by mold and ants. I think they still look alive. I don't want to scrape them. I scraped them like a week ago and they were still alive. But these are my sweet sop or sugar apple sticks. All right, so let's move on. Guys, look at my long gone. My long gone, guys. Woo! Don't sting me, Mr. B. Look at my long gone, guys. Every inch of my long gone. Look at all these blossoms, guys. Look at all these blossoms. This long gone is maybe 3 feet tall. This is my first time. It's first time blossoming, so super excited about that. Passion fruit in the back. This is the passion fruit by the chicken run area because I got rid of my other one. This one is now beginning to blossom again. It's beginning to blossom again, but it's leaning over to the chicken run. So I may allow it to just go and cover the chicken run area. It will give the chickens shade, but it will also give me space to be able to harvest the passion fruit. And then, oh, let me give you an update. Let me show you last update, guys. Last update. This is the guava that was completely infested with whiteflies, and you can still see some of the poop damage, the sooty mold damage from the whiteflies. However, look in between. Apart from that sooty mold, guys, look at all those new leaves. Look at all these new leaves. Every branch has new leaves coming out, and some of the branches even have blossoms that are beginning to appear. So guys, the treatment that I did work. What I also have done a couple of times, I've come in with a hose and just try to wash off some of the sooty mold, because it was so caked with sooty mold. I was worried about it not being able to photosynthesize, because you need photosynthesis in order for it to push leaves and push blossoms. Oh, and guys, look at this. So this dried up dead grapevine is actually alive. So I just cut this grapevine maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I just cut the grapevine. You can see the dried up grapevine still on the ground. And guys, look at this. This is my grapes. This is white grapes. White grapes is now sprouting. I bought a muscadine grape that I also put in the ground. I won't give an update on that. There's nothing happening yet. As a matter of fact, I think I have to move it because it's like struggling. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little longer than I thought, but I thought you guys would want to know, all the updates in one. Till next time. Bye now.